Welcome, everybody, to the Four Bros Radio Show. Jay Mack will be joining us here shortly. He went to go get some merch to show off tonight. Joining me tonight, we got Crispy Bacon. Crispy, how you doing?
Not too bad. How's everybody doing tonight?
And they're right. I got some merch to show off. Thanks for that introduction, messing around. I heard the music, and I'm like, I got like 38 seconds. I think it took me about 40, so it's a couple seconds late. But so I want to show off these great sweatshirts we got. Now, this was done by an embroidery place here, close to my hometown. Man, you know what? The name of the place is even escaping my mind right now. That's insane. That's crazy. I'll have it before the end of the show for you. Look it up. Look at the front here. That's not much on the front to look at, but you got coast to coast there. You can get your name over here if you want. But this is the part I wanted to show off because we haven't done this before. And this came out great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So she's got, there you go. She's got a wide array of colors, anything from this gray to white to black to this green. You can put any color on there of the C2C and coast to coast that you would want. She does a great job. I'm going to look that up real quick. And we're going to give her a shout out. We're going to
navy blue one with the orange writing C2C in orange.
I mean, there you go. There you get your favorite team colors. I think you're on that.
I was going to say, you had Bears colors there.
And don't forget, of course, scrolling across the bottom in there, we're always going to have our where you can get some great merchandise. Also, our sponsors. There's a couple that aren't on the bottom. There is one, Reaper Apparel. They're a big one for us. We sell their stuff on our website, and don't forget to check them out also. And I'm right now going to get you embroidery. Good Day Embroidery by Michelle. Her name's Michelle. She does Good Day Embroidery. Make sure you check her out. She does shipping. We can get you that great merchandise. Hit one of us if you need to find out that information. We'll have that information for you. All right. So welcome into the Four Bros Radio Show, as Mess Around said. What we got? We got NFL, MLB tonight. We're into week 3 in the NFL. Does anyone else find that just crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like our week 3. Can't be it's going to get on before.
Yeah.
You know what gets me about the NFL season? Like the NFL season comes, and I always love when the NFL season comes, but it always seems like it goes by so fast.
It does.
It does.
Too quick.
But of course, when the NFL season comes, and it's the best time of year because all the holidays come around, we get to see family that we only see a couple times a year. I mean, you got some jam-packed stuff. You got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all packed into I added it up today. Everyone's like, it's 3 months. Actually, those 4 holidays are jam-packed into 11 weeks. It's crazy. You got the 31st, then you got the end of November, then you got the end of December, and you got first week of January. So if it's from October 31st to January 1st, there's 4 holidays.
It's great about it, J-Mac. In January, we'll have our youngest kids are going to be teenagers.
I know. I was thinking about today actually, and it's funny because I met up for dinner with my youngest today, over about an hour from the house. Met him halfway, went to dinner, and I was telling them how crazy it is that between you, me, and Ace, and then my sister, starting next month in October, it's going to be 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. 5 kids from October to May. So 7 months, 5 kids are going to all be 13. They're the 13 club.
Wow.
And if you want the rundown on that, I mean, it's going to be Evan, Dave, Carly, Blake, Serena. And that's all from October to May 7th.
We got 2 of those in January, mine and yours.
No, 10 days apart, man. It's nuts. It's kind of crazy. That's crazy. Let's see who is on. Hyatt, everyone is. I'm guessing Chris put those on.
Yeah, I put that so we can get.
Hey, that's okay. We'll get people to join. I'm not worried. People will be on. They always are. And this show is on late for reasons.
Yeah.
But this is one of the rewatch shows. A lot of people going to watch this later, so I'm not worried about that.
Right.
We get live comments. We do. If we don't, we don't. It's not that big of a deal. But let's start with Chris. You got that list pulled up of the major league teams that have clinched a playoff spot to this point in the season as of today, as of September 22nd.
I do. I know LA clinched. Milwaukee clinched today. Atlanta clinched already. I think those are the only teams we got.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong that Minnesota clinched the Central tonight?
Minnesota did clinch today.
I read that Kansas Padres are making a push. They're only 4.5 games out of the wild card spot.
You know what's funny? I saw that, and they're on like a 7-game winning streak. Hello, Suzanne. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining. What's crazy about that is, doesn't it seem like they do this every year? They underachieve all season. They're 11, 12 games back at the end of the year. Then they make this huge push, win all these games, barely get in the playoffs, and then lose in the first round.
It does seem that way the last couple of years, yeah.
If they could put that all together. Hey, Chris, where's Texas at? Where Texas going to get in as a wild card, or are they still in for the West?
Still in for the West. We won tonight, starting the series off against Seattle. Houston lost today. So right now we're in sole possession of first place. Hopefully that continues tomorrow when Texas faces Seattle again in their final home series.
And that's the only division we're waiting on, right? I mean, the NL West has been clinched. The NL Central, Milwaukee clinched today. The NL East, the Braves clinched last week. The AL East has been clinched by the Orioles. Or did they only clinch a playoff berth? Or do they have the East yet?
Which team?
The Orioles, Baltimore.
Yeah, the East.
Yeah.
They clinched the East? Okay, I thought so. And then the Central was clinched today by the Twins. So we're just waiting for the AL West at this point to play out for who's going to be division winner and who's going to be the wild card. It's going to be a last great week of baseball. That last push.
It will.
So that's going to be good. Again, week 3 in the NFL. Kind of crazy that we're there already. What predictions do you guys have? And I will say that I was telling people at work this week, I kind of feel bad for Chicago. And I know you don't normally hear a Green Bay fan say that.
Had a bad week, and the game hasn't even played yet. It's going to get worse.
But here's my thoughts on why I feel bad for Chicago. Honestly, the Chiefs should have lost to the Jaguars. There was a couple of plays at the end of that game, pass interference called, some other stuff that really aided them into that win. And I'm not saying that's the reason they won. But you ask anyone on that team, they didn't play well. They only won by 8. They won 17-9. Like the Jaguars held them to 17 points. And the reason I feel bad for Chicago, Kansas City's pissed off at this point, I'm sure, because they've had 2 frustrating games the first 2 weeks of the season. I don't think it's going to go well for Fields on Sunday. I just have a feeling that it's not going to be a good game for Chicago.
Well, this week has been bad in the game, and like I said, it hasn't even played yet. You got the defensive coordinator that's been resigned amid rumors that he turned out not to be true, I guess, that he was involved in some child pornography or whatever, but it turned out not to be true. And then last night, some individuals broke into Chicago, into the locker room or weight room or whatever, and stole $1,000 worth of equipment. And then you have Justin Fields blasting his coaching staff, and then later turning around and saying that he didn't mean it that way and he would never blast the coaches, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's only going to get worse because Kansas City, like you said, they're pissed off. They've been held down. They haven't had all their horses on the field at once yet. I'm not sure if Kelsey played last week.
He did. I believe he did.
He did, but he was on sort of what they call a pitch count. Like he wasn't in on every play like he normally was. So he played about half the offensive snaps last week.
See, so they're still not at full strength. So, and they're getting there, and this is what they need. They need to play a team like Chicago, who's like, you saw we made Baker Mayfield look like Joe Montana out there, Brett Favre out there. He couldn't be sacked. Like we should have sacked him like 6-7 times. We broke out of it and threw for over 300 yards. That's the first time he's done that in 2 years.
I was going to bring that up. I mean, I'm glad you brought it up because I didn't want to have to. The fact that Baker Mayfield hasn't thrown for 300 yards since 2021. And it was like early 2021 too. It's been 2 full seasons, I think they said, as a starter since he threw for 300 yards. So
not only that, we're on a 12-game losing streak. We haven't won since last October. So I don't know. Matt Eberflus still has a job, to be honest with you.
I mean, I don't know. I wish I could give you answers. I don't. And so let's get away from Chicago for a minute. Let's talk about Chris's team. Chris, so I know you saw my comments on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
You saw my comments on Facebook when someone else said that the Cowboys were the best team in the league. And hear me out on this. Just hear what I have to say, and I'll let you say whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand by what I said, by the way, in my comment. I am not here to say that Dallas is not a good team. That's not my point with this. But my point is they beat a Giants team that should be 0-3. The Giants should have lost to the Cardinals, okay? The Giants should be 0-3 because they are that bad. They are horrible, okay? And then they lost to a Zach Wilson-led Jets team that scored 10 points, and the only reason they scored a touchdown is because he threw a screen pass and the guy broke tackles to score a touchdown. Let's just face that reality. So, yes, they've given up 10 points this year. I understand that. But to 2 terrible teams.
Yeah.
And they've scored 70 against 2 terrible teams. So anyone who watched the Thursday night game and don't think that the 49ers are the best team in football, I ask you if you really pay attention to the NFL, because
the Cowboys are the best. Go ahead.
The 49ers are the best team in football.
Oh, yeah.
And arguably, of course, you could throw another team at me and tell me they're the best, and that's fine. But the 49ers are the best team in football this year.
I was going to say the Cowboys are the best team on the defensive side because that's all we have seen, really. Yeah, we saw Dak a little bit this past Sunday, and he did okay, but it was mainly the defense that pitched in and kind of saved Dak.
And they had a bad week. I mean, what Diggs is done for the year, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The beginning of the end seems like.
Yeah. and they still have to go through the Eagles twice, which no matter how you feel about the Eagles, those are still tough games. Every time Dallas plays Philly, they're always tough games.
Theoretically, I think we have 2 more games before we see the Cowboys meet the 49ers.
And that's
You got Cardinals and Patriots.
sure. And let me say that I'm here to say this on the record, and anyone listening, Christy, you can hold me to this because I know you're a Cowboys fan also. If the Cowboys go against the 49ers and they're able to even keep it close with the 49ers, if they are within 3 points, if they're one possession within the 49ers, I will give them some credit for being a good team. I have to at that point. Even if they lose, but they stay in the game the whole time. They beat the 49ers. Obviously, we got to talk about them being the best team in football at that point. But if they go up against the 49ers and the 49ers just smash them, we have to face the fact that the Cowboys are not that good.
Even Christy's saying it has her worried, the Cowboys Niner game.
Right.
And I can agree with that. Yeah.
I want to say maybe. I mean, it could just be one game. Maybe they, who knows? Somebody got hurt, Dak got hurt, or whatever. Some big injury, but injury's part of the game, so you really can't use that as an excuse. I don't know. It's just one game. I mean, like you said, if they keep it close, yeah, you got to say Dallas is good. But if they get blown out, yeah, maybe it's because they played those weaker teams.
By the way, eat a little crow here. I know that the Giants are a horrible team. They don't deserve to be 1-2. They should be 0-3. But even with the Giants, we have to admit the NFC East is way better of a division than we thought they were going to be this year.
I mean, they're talking about how Daniel Jones has a worse primetime record than Cousins did.
Daniel Jones is a joke. I'm telling you that. He is a fluke. He had one good season last year, and good, not great. They paid him a lot of money.
And this year.
It's what the Giants do. It's almost like the Giants and the Jets were in the same building when they made that decision.
They probably were. They do share.
I mean, it's just crazy. Were. Like, who makes that decision for the Giants to pay Daniel Jones $46 million this year to be their quarterback?
They should have given that money to Saquon, to be honest.
But even Saquon's out too for a little bit.
So that's the excuse for using that? We're saying the Giants are bad because Saquon's not playing?
No, I'm saying even if you gave the money to Saquon.
Yeah, I was just checking because we can't say that.
Saquon is that team.
I mean,
it's not Daniel Jones. They don't go ahead. Daniel Jones goes. It's all Saquon. If Saquon's out, they don't have a shot.
I agree with you.
The Giants fell behind last week.
The Giants should have lost to the Cardinals. They should have lost to Arizona. They didn't have any. The reason they won that game. You want to know the reason they won that game? I will tell you the reason they won that game. Josh Dobbs starting at quarterback. That's the reason they won that game.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Kyler Murray believer. I don't think Kyler Murray is elite. I don't think he's in the top half of the league for a starting quarterback. But if he's there, their offense at least moves the ball and doesn't give it back to the Giants 3 times in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So that's the reason they won that game. Let's face that. Right now, if I was to do my power rankings, I hate power rankings. I think that they're irrelevant and it doesn't matter.
They're complicated too because it can be.
I test is what tells me who's the best team in the league. But if there was a power ranking, and I'm not talking the top, I'm going to the bottom teams in the league. Right? To me, the worst 3 teams in the league is Carolina, Chicago, and the Giants. I don't care what their records are. Those are the worst 3 teams in football.
Well, you're not far off. They got Chicago dead last right now.
Arizona could be thrown in there too as one of the worst teams. Everyone says Houston. I don't think Houston's that bad. Houston's just going to have some growing pains. I think they'll still win 5 or 6 games this year.
Houston's not bad. Colts are kind of off and on.
The problem with the Colts is they got Anthony Richardson, and I'm not saying the guy's bad, but he is going to learn a hard lesson in the NFL that he needs to stop taking hits the way he took them.
Yeah, right? It's not college. Not that you should do that in college either, but
no, but college is a little softer. I mean, college doesn't have all the elite athletes like the NFL does.
Right.
So it's mentioned.
Every team is fast like the NFL. You don't have to speed on defenses in the NFL like you do in college. I mean, in college like you do the NFL.
Yep, and that's what most people. Kirk Herbstreit, even though sometimes he's a loudmouth, a lot of people don't like what he has to say. He was very, very open about the fact that he was a great college quarterback, but when he went to the NFL, he couldn't make the transition of how fast the NFL was. The difference between college and the NFL was, to him, he was like, I couldn't hack it. It was too fast. It was too fast in the NFL.
Speaking of Herbstreit, I seen a video of him on Facebook. He had like 76-yard touchdown run. I'm like, wow, he actually has some wheels. I didn't know he run like that.
Yeah, he did have some wheels. But and that's the problem with a lot of these quarterbacks. They get drafted because they're great college. A great example of that is Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen was great in college. He got to the NFL and he could not hack it in the NFL. He couldn't figure out the speed of the game.
He got traded more than he played.
Yes.
He got drafted high that year, and the next year they took Kyler Murray.
Yep.
And then they traded him because they got Murray.
Right.
All right. So let's see. We covered MLB, NFL. What's the one game you're looking forward to the most this weekend? Let's get to that. It can be college. It can be college or NFL. I'm going to throw that wrinkle in tonight. It can be college or NFL.
Oh, I'm going to go with Prime versus the Ducks.
I knew it. That's why I said you could pick college or NFL.
I'll go with that one in college, but then I'll go with I'll go with the Chiefs game, Chiefs and Bears.
Really?
That's my NFL only because it's sibling rivalry for me. My brother, he's a Chiefs fan. It's bragging rights for the year, I guess, for the next 4 years because they don't play each other for once every 4 years.
Right. Okay. So college, the easy pick I think is to go Colorado and Oregon, but as much as I'm not an Oregon fan, I do live near where the Ducks play, within 20 minutes, and I'm telling you, if Oregon loses that game tomorrow, I don't know that I want to go to work on Monday.
Yeah.
They're gonna tear that town up if they lose to Colorado.
There's gonna be a fire sale. Coaches, who knows what would happen?
It's not gonna be good. Do I think they're gonna lose to Colorado? No, I don't. I don't think they're gonna lose. I'll tell you that. I don't think Colorado's gonna come in here and beat Oregon. I don't think it's gonna.
I think Colorado has a shot.
Because Colorado should have lost last week to an awful Colorado State team.
Yeah, and it took 2 overtimes.
They should have lost to Colorado State, and they didn't.
He lost best player for most of the game, but still, they should have lost to Colorado State, and they didn't. They're not going to come in here. And if they beat Oregon, it's going to be a close game. I'll tell you that. They're not going to come in here and destroy Oregon. That's for sure. Yeah. I guarantee you that. What time's the kickoff for that one?
Man, you would think I would have
6 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock your time. I think.
So it's 4 o'clock.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good game, that's for sure. Be a game worth watching. NFL games for me kind of crazy this week. There's not one that super stands out on the schedule as far as an intriguing matchup. I'll say I'm kind of interested to see how Cincinnati plays this weekend. That's the one I'll
Yeah,
give.
that's interesting because I just read that Jamar Chase told Burrow to sit out.
Yeah. So that one will be interesting to see how Joe Burrow and Cincinnati plays this weekend. I think that'll be the interesting one for me. An intriguing matchup there. This might be too soon to call, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Even though it's young in his career and he's going to have probably way better numbers than the quarterback before him. Is Justin Herbert turning into Phillip Rivers 2.0? And I don't mean having children that way.
Are you talking about putting up all the gaudy numbers but never winning
Yes,
anything?
because they don't have a single turnover this year. They're winning the turn. They haven't turned the ball over once, and they're 0-2.
Yeah, thanks to the Chargers, I got knocked out of the eliminator thing.
So, I mean, is he going to be Phillip Rivers 2.0? And he's probably going to put up better numbers than Rivers, let's face it. But at this point, that's kind of what he is.
It's looking that way because he's got the same MO. I mean, they both put up great numbers, but what do they want? When it gets to playoff time, they choke out or their team doesn't have enough. They falter in the playoffs. So it's looking like he might be following that path.
What's crazy to me is I looked up players that were on the Chargers team. On the Chargers team while Phillip Rivers was there. I don't know how that team didn't win a Super Bowl. I'm just saying. That was nuts. I mean, you're talking LaDainian Tomlinson was on that team. That alone, Phillip Rivers and LaDainian Tomlinson together, that should have won a Super Bowl. That should have.
I agree.
But it's Sean Merriman. I mean, lights out on defense. He had like a 3-year run where he was definitely the best defensive player in football, or close to it. And Antonio Gates, the first like huge name tight end was there.
Safety.
Exactly. The list keeps going. I mean, we could go on this all night on the players that they had on that team.
So I was there for a little bit.
I know.
Like I don't get how they didn't win either. Weird.
I mean that team was loaded. It's kind of like the Lions of the 90s. Like, how did the Lions not win with Barry Sanders? One year they had Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, Johnny Morton, Brett Perriman. That was all offense.
Yeah.
And then on defense, on the same team on defense, they had Brian Blades at safety. Who was their corner? That really good corner. Was it Champ Bailey was there. So they had Bailey, Blades, and the linebacker, Spillman at linebacker.
That's what I thought. I was thinking Spillman too, yeah.
And Robert Porcher on the defensive line. How did that team not win they didn't even win a playoff game.
No.
Did they make it a championship game against the Niners and lose?
In 93.
Yeah. 92, wasn't it? That was the last time they won a playoff game.
Yes. It's nuts. It's crazy when you think of all those players on that Detroit team. And those players were together for like 4 or 5 years as a core. And they didn't even win up. Oh, it's baffling, man.
Well, the problem is they didn't have a quarterback.
I mean, maybe.
Quarterback.
Yeah. But I don't know. Everyone's still got their catches, though, and everyone's still got their yards. That's nuts.
Right.
crazy.
It is.
All right. We got MLB. We got the NFL questions. NBA is coming around soon. That'll be interesting to watch, even though I don't watch it really during the regular season. The
Watch it in there,
NHL.
but
The NHL will be back on.
It's on the NBA front. Dame Lillard trades heating back up again.
Yeah.
And this time my Bulls are involved in it. They're trying to get Lillard.
It was only a matter of time before he left Portland.
Right? I'm fine with him leaving as long as he doesn't go to Lakers and join LeBron.
I really don't see that happening. I don't think Damon and I don't think him and LeBron are buddy. So I think it's some pretty fierce competition there. And everyone's talking about Rodgers if he ends up in Minnesota next year or if he ends up in Chicago. We'll see. All I can say is he said he would never play in Chicago. He said, I'll never play in Chicago. But I have to remind everybody that Steve Nash also said, I'll never wear a Lakers uniform. And what did he do when he ended his career?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Never say never.
I'm not going to say there's a 0% chance that that's going to happen.
I could see him doing it, only to stick it to the pack, playing twice a year. But at the same time, I don't want to say it's career suicide because at that point his career's almost over anyway, but he would never be able to go back to Green Bay again. They wouldn't welcome him back. Not like they did Barb.
No. And as a Green Bay fan, I got to say, everyone's hyped up on Jordan Love, and the kid's played good. I give him credit. He's played good. But I'm even questioning the fact of, you mean to tell me we struck gold 3 times in a row?
And I don't want to hear it. That's why this kid does. I mean, I don't wish bad luck on anybody, but the Green Bay quarterback situation, that is it for me in sports. I don't want to see another great Hall of Fame quarterback coming out of Green Bay ever again. At least not for the next 20 years. I want Green Bay to go through. I want them to go through what Chicago's gone through, what I've gone through, of having terrible quarterback play. So Green Bay fans will know what Chicago fans go through.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can understand. I can totally understand. All right. So I told them before this started, we were going to do a couple of things tonight. We're going to go back to therapy, and we're going to get to that here in a minute. And then after that, we got a JMax Roulette. I don't know if that's still a banner. Let's see if we can pull that up or not. If not, we'll make one. Not a big deal. And when we do that, I will put the name of the game down there also. It's going to be an interesting one tonight. I think that Mess Around's got a good chance at this one tonight. I think Chris will do decent too.
Yeah, I feel like I can do good.
But before we get to that, let's learn what you got for us for therapy tonight.
Jeez, what don't I have for you? It's been crazy hectic. Pretty much, I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. I'm not really working right now. Girlfriend's working 2 jobs, so I get the brunt of that. The house ain't clean. She working 2 jobs, that kind of thing. I'm not doing anything. She's paying for everything. I'm trying here. I put applications in everywhere. I actually have 3 jobs, okay? 3 jobs, but none of these jobs have any clients for me. So, I was on unemployment. I did get a job at 7-Eleven. Did that for a couple days. Decided that wasn't my cup of tea. Got another job lined up. Quit that. So yeah, good times in the Esparza household.
Good times in the Esparza household. Gotcha. I don't I don't know. I don't really know how to feel. I guess this is going to be an advice column moment because I kind of need help on this one. So we used to every 2 months, we would take just a weekend and go away, like just the two of us, leave the kids at home.
Mm-hmm.
Then, as Mess Around knows, just the firestorm of shit happened, like a ton, all at the same time. Couple of kids graduating, trips, family stuff, just a bunch of stuff happened, and we probably haven't been away, just the two of us. And then during the summer when we were taking all those trips, I mean, we saw each other 5 days out of 62 or 5 days out of 52 or whatever it was. It was something insane like that. And then it got a little better. But now, I don't know. We're kind of back at that. Like, I was gone and she was gone this weekend. And then in 2 weekends, which is my birthday weekend, I'm going to be gone again. And then she's going to be gone the following weekend. So we're back in that loop of not being home at the same time on the weekends. So yeah, I think we just need to get back to that. I just need to plan something and be like, hey, don't make any plans for 3 weekends from now because we're not going to be home. Kind of crazy to think about.
I don't know. Sometimes less is more.
I have to agree with you. So,
because then you appreciate the time that you are together. The more time you're away from each other, you appreciate the time that you are together. You're not. I don't know. To me, like if you spend every minute of every day together, it just seems like there's more opportunities to fight about stupid shit. You know what I mean?
100% agree with that. I do agree with that. I do think that. So let me just say that I've actually lived this life where you work with the person and you live with them, and that's just the most awful situation you could ever put yourself in. By the way, don't ever do that. That's stupid.
Do not do that.
That's stupid. So the fact that there's a couple of reasons why we'll never work in the same area, because she's a teacher and I would lose my job the first day. Let's not even face it. I would not make it past the first day as a teacher. I just wouldn't. I know the kids joke all the time. They're like, you could be our new bus driver. And I'm like, nope, I'd get fired the first day on that job too.
Sit the fuck down, shut the fuck.
I would be that driver that would pull into a parking lot and I'd be like, you're going to find your own way home. And I'd just walk off the bus.
Don't make me turn this bus around.
Oh man, I could not do it. I couldn't do it. And yeah, just there's no way. So I do have appreciation for her job because no. And the first parent that came to me and said, why did you give my kid this grade? I'd be like, well, because your kid's a dumbass and that's what they deserve. I mean, you're not allowed to say that, but that's probably something I would say. Everyone that knows me knows I would say it. So it's fine.
Book every now and then, learn something. You might not have gotten that.
Yeah. All right. So with that, I think we know what we're going to do. But we're going to go to JMax Roulette. Tonight, the name of the game is Name the Lead Singer. I'm going to give you a band. And we're going to do this almost Jeopardy style. Okay?
What is, who is?
Right. You're just going to say your name if you know the answer. And then I'll ask you and you'll say if you know what the answer is. Brian Movie Corner, welcome in. off of YouTube. You're always welcome to comment and watch. Thanks for jumping on. We're about to play JMax Roulette. We go, if you're a new viewer and haven't seen the show before, what we do is I pick a game, and then we play a game for about 15 minutes, a few rounds, see who wins. So welcome, Brian. Let us know if you like it. Let us know anything you'd like to see on the show. Ask any questions you like. And sounds great. Let's get started. Let's start off with an easy one. Get everyone loosened up here. Maroon 5.
Who Dave?
Crispy.
Dave
Go ahead,
was
Dave.
in by a half a second.
Who's Adam Levine?
Adam Levine is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Next one, Coldplay.
I know this one. I can't. Nope. Pass.
I can't think of the name too. I know it, but I can't. I don't know.
Okay, no guesses. Time up. It's Chris Martin.
I knew it was Chris something. I was thinking Chris. I couldn't remember his last name.
Next one, Paramore.
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 I don't even know who that is.
All right, well, I got 4 choices for you. Then you guys can tell me when you think it's the right one. Hope Whitmore, Holly Walton, Hannah Wilson, or Haley Williams.
Dave.
Yes.
Hannah Wilson. Hannah Wilson. Who is Hannah Wilson?
No. Crispy, you want to guess?
The first option?
That was Hope Whitmore.
Yes.
No, it's Haley Williams. All
Are they
right.
country?
No, they're a punk rock group. Yeah. Next one. Don't jump the gun on this one. Aerosmith.
Dave.
Yeah.
Who is- Oh my God! I just had. Who is Steven Tyler?
Steven
Yeah.
Tyler. Yes.
I almost lost it.
I kind of did for a second.
Fall Out Boy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Patrick Stump.
Yes, I was. I'm just kidding.
Fleetwood Mac.
Dave.
Yep.
Who is Steve? Who is Stevie Nicks?
Stevie Nicks is correct. Imagine Dragons.
Nope. Nope. Don't know.
Trying to think of the name.
Where's Nicole? And I
I
knew
don't
she
know.
knows.
Dan Reynolds. Like the most generic name ever, by the way.
Yeah.
U2.
Dave.
Yes.
Who is Steve Bono?
Yes.
Who?
Steve Bono.
Oh,
Yes. Green Day.
Dave.
Yes.
Oh my God! I just had it and lost it.
yeah. Crispy.
Yep.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
Billy Joe Armstrong. That's it.
That's the one I just had.
Foo Fighters.
Said my name first.
Foo Fighters.
Dave.
Yeah.
Who is? I did it again. He was a drummer for Nirvana.
He was. That is correct. But do you know his name?
Dave Grohl. Who is Dave Grohl?
Dave Grohl. You got it. Yeah. Pearl Jam.
Dave. Eddie,
Yeah.
Who is Eddie Vedder?
Eddie Vedder. Come on, Crispy. I know you know some of
I'm
these.
trying.
Next one. No doubt.
Dave.
Yeah.
Well, now you got to answer it.
Gwen
Who's Gwen
Stefani.
Stefani?
Gwen Stefani. All right.
I'm gonna give Crispy a chance here. I'm not gonna buzz him real quick.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, we're waiting. Okay.
Well,
Queen.
oh. What was it?
Queen.
Okay, weird. Oh, gosh. I had the name, too. I'm blanking. I don't
That's
know.
cool. Deal. I know this one too, and it's not coming to me.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
Freddie.
Freddie Mercury.
Yep.
Next one. Poison.
I know this one, but I'll give Crispy a shot.
I don't know.
Dave. Who is
Yes.
Brett Michaels?
Yes. Motley Crue.
I know this one too.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Dave.
Nah,
Who's Vince Neil?
Vince Neil. Yep. All right. I got a feeling you're going to know this one,
Okay.
Chris. So this
right.
is your chance. Black Eyed Peas.
Trying to think of all of them.
Strumming my pain with his fingers. Killing me softly with his tongue.
Crispy.
Yes.
Will I Am?
I'll accept that answer. Yes. Will I Am.
I know Fergie
Good
was in
job.
there too.
Next one in the rotation goes Guns N' Roses.
No, this one. Crispy, you know it?
Yeah, Crispy.
Yeah.
Axl Rose.
There
Axl
you
Rose.
go. There you
got
go.
that. Next one. Foreigner.
I do not know that one.
I should know this.
You should. Yes.
Crispy.
Yes.
Lou Graham.
Say it one more time.
Lou Graham.
Ooh. Got to go to the judges for a ruling. Hold on. Being told that can be accepted as the answer. It's actually Louis Graham.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Creed.
Nope.
I don't know.
It's Scott something, I think.
It is. It is Scott Stapp.
I just can't remember his last name.
Rolling Stones.
I know this one.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Who is Mick Jagger?
I don't.
Mick Jagger. Yes, Mick Jagger.
I should have known that. I didn't, but
Chris is like, yeah, I should have known that one.
I gave you a chance, buddy.
I know.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, let's see what's next. Ooh, this one's interesting. See if you guys get this one. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway.
Can't do it. Don't do it.
Lone Star.
Ooh. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Richie McDonald.
Yep, I should know that. I should have meant the casino for you.
Okay, let's do 3 more here. Let's get 3 more good ones. Phone's loading them for me. Okay, next one.
Next question.
Next question. Black hole sun.
It's Chris something. I can't remember his last name.
Yes, it is Chris something.
Crispy.
Yes,
Chris Cornell.
it is Chris Cornell. Okay, 2 more. Crispy, you get both of these, you'll be declared the winner. Pressure's on. Don't let Dave get either one. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Next one is.
Your mom.
Oh, God. Destiny's Child.
Dave.
Oh, he's going to get you.
Yeah, I know. Who?
Yes.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce knows.
Yep.
And the last question, let's see if Chris can end on a high note.
Okay.
The last one is Nirvana.
Dave. Y'all let Crispy do it. Go ahead, Crispy.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain. I was like, come on, that's a slam dunk.
I was getting still, but I'm like, no, it's too easy. I'll let Crispy have it.
All right. Well, that was a fun game. I think we'll bring that
It
one
was.
back. I think everyone liked that one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
We'll get some different.
My favorite band in there.
What's that?
Bon Jovi.
Well, I mean, that one's kind of easy.
That one was easy.
I could throw Bon Jovi in there, but just to throw everyone off, I guess.
You have his first name. It's not just Bon Jovi's the lead singer. You have the first name too.
That's true. That's true. You would have to get the first name too. There's so many bands that we could do that game a couple more times and not repeat any. So,
Well, and some of them cross over, I bet, don't they? Like
Oh,
if they
yes.
went more into it. So I mean,
So do you want to hear something funny? Because I could do like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Anyway, say that again.
Kiedis.
Yeah. Okay. See, like you. Anyway, no. So that was a fun one to do. But I do have to say, I saw something on Facebook that was really, really disconcerting to me.
uh-oh.
there was a millennial. It might even be younger than a millennial. It might be a zennial at this point. Put this picture on and said, if you take the lead singer from Foo Fighters and make him like 15 years younger, he looks just like the drummer from Nirvana.
Oh my god. That's funny.
That's someone from my generation, like mine and Dave's age, was like, well, holy shit, I never noticed that before.
Right? Oh my god. That's too funny.
And then followed it up with, man, it's almost like it's the same person.
Maybe it was the same person.
God damn. That made me laugh. I laughed really hard when I saw that. That was great.
Like, Phil Collins looks a lot like the drummer from Genesis. Yeah.
God. Yeah, that would be. I can't, there's some things. It's really hard when you're like the old guy at work, and you talk about things from back in the day, and no one knows what you're talking about. That's always rough.
Yeah.
I remember today I was like, man, you want to talk about good collaborations? I remember when Rob Thomas and Carlos Santana did the song Smooth.
Oh, that was smooth. Yeah, I love that song.
And I got this deer in the headlights look from these people, and they're like, okay, first off, who's Rob Thomas? And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, right? You don't know who Rob Thomas is?
Everything I got touched was Goldie, but he had so many good songs.
Mm-hmm.
And he was only the lead singer for Matchbox 20. I mean,
yeah.
And then they're like, Carlos Santana, isn't that a baseball player? And I'm like, no, not the baseball player.
Yeah, when you do things like that, you really show your age. But yeah, it's funny.
I know. I show my age. By the way, I'm kind of pissed off at Facebook. I got to tell you that. And I don't care if they're watching or not. They took my comment down and threatened to restrict my account on Facebook.
Like they did mine. They did mine for 3 years over some stupid post I posted about.
Do you want to know what I posted? I bet you I say this and I know we don't even get this video taken down. It was on Kicking It, and they were talking about your favorite movie quotes, right? So I'm quoting a movie when I write this down, right? Okay, let's start there. I'm quoting a movie, and I said one of my favorite quotes ever, makes me laugh every time I hear it, is in Major League. Okay, when he walks into Roger Dorn's house. And he's talking to him, and he's like, you tank another play the way you did today, and I'm going to cut your nuts off and shove them down your throat.
Yeah.
I still laugh every time I see that. I wrote that comment on Facebook, and I got a thing saying, we took your comment down because it goes against our community standards, and that's your warning next time your account is restricted. I'm like, really?
Yeah, be careful. I lost mine for 3 years. I just got this one back, the one I'm on now. That's why I had to create the Messenger account for sharing something. It was a word meme saying something about I can't remember what it was, but it's funny. And they blocked my account, wouldn't let me back in for 3 years because of it. So dumb. Hey,
two jokes to end the night, maybe 3, but I got 2 for sure. The third one I'm thinking about not telling, but actually, it's a question. Hey, Chris, do you know why Michael Jackson's not allowed within 500 feet of a school?
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Because he's dead.
Yeah, I should have known that one.
Did you know? Did you know that? You know what I didn't know until I just found it out. Actually, did you know that Paul Walker had dandruff?
No.
Yeah, I didn't. No one else knew it either until they saw his Head and Shoulders in the glove compartment.
Oh my God. That was really kind of touchy jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The last one I'm going to tell. This one might get the video taken down, but I don't really care because it's funny. This one will mess around is going to lap his ass off at this one and probably fall down. That's how funny it is. And it's really controversial, but I don't care. So they have developed new shoes for lesbians.
Yeah, what kind of shoes are they?
They're going to call them Dikeys. They're going to come with an extra tongue, and it's only going to take one finger to get them off.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, we're gonna get taken down.
Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm laughing so hard that was funny. Yeah, that one we might get a thing for.
Yeah.
I don't care though. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, taken down for that one.
I don't
Worth
care.
it.
It's worth it because it's funny.
Hey, we're not trying to offend any of y'all, but if you're offended, that's your problem, not ours.
Thank you. For
All right. So that's going to do it for tonight. We're going to try and get last comments, and then we'll get out of here and let you guys get on with your evening. Have a great weekend. Yeah. So mess around. What you got?
Today was my dad's 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Love you. Always a great time on the show. Like I said, if you're offended, don't watch our show. We're probably going to offend some people.
100%. Chris.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, tuning in. Tomorrow's on deck. And then Sunday's morning tailgate. And I'll be going to the Rangers game tomorrow.
Well, awesome. Have fun at the Rangers game tomorrow.
Thank you.
Sounds great. A couple of things before we go. Two things I want to shout out. I want to shout out Crispy. Just celebrated his 30th birthday, ladies. That's right. He's 30 now. He's ready to settle down and not be a player. Okay. He's no longer a player in a management profession. He actually has a player hater degree now. So, but he's ready to settle down. One other thing I want to shout out, I want to give a big shout out to someone really close to me. Actually, my bonus son Wyatt, he graduated from Navy boot camp today. Congratulations to you, man. Fight the good fight and keep our freedom up. We would not be able to do this if you weren't doing that. So congratulations on that. Good job. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got for tonight. So tell you what, thanks for watching, listening. However you watch us or listen to us, we appreciate it no matter what. Could not do it without you. Lifelong dreams being lived in front of your very eyes, and we will see you all on the other side.